started, that I've decided to take this fight head on. So the least that can ever happen to me is to someone to come and attack me, or somebody to issue an instruction that Mkhwanazi must be fired from the police, or suspended, or arrested for that matter. What I know, what I like about KwaZulu-Natal, especially in South Africa at large, we've got very dedicated people out there, from the law enforcement as well as private sector, especially the security companies, that we are running the streets with them on a daily basis, who understand that there's a rot in this organization, who understand these problems that you're talking about, and they're not going to sit back and allow this thing to continue. So I'm inviting all of them. I'm inviting the citizens to stand up and protect these men and women who are standing for the truth in this organization. They must protect them. Whether I'm there or not there, fight must go on. We must protect this country against crime. It's all what we can do. So whatever happens to me, happens. I'll take it, whatever happens, happens. If it's prison, it will be prison. It's already on communication planned by Mkhwanazi, the DNC, and the Chief of Staff, that they must deal with my matters. Whatever matters comes, they will come. But what we must not surrender is this country and our children to be controlled by drug syndicates. And that's what is currently happening.
You know, guys, the sad thing about that press conference of General Mkhwanazi is that as South Africans, we knew that nothing was going to happen. Despite the fact that General Mkhwanazi risked his life, he put his family's lives in danger by going out with that kind of information, we knew that there's nothing that is going to happen with these people that have been exposed by General Mkhwanazi. We knew that we didn't have a president in this country that actually has the balls to deal with these matters head on. So it took Ramaphosa 7 days to respond to that press conference of General Mkhwanazi. And I remember how pissed off South Africans were with the fact that the president was silent. The president was silent for 7 days. And when he finally told the nation that, guys, I'm going to address this matter of General Mkhwanazi, we had already reached the conclusion that Ramaphosa is going to establish a commission of inquiry. But then that commission of inquiry idea pissed us off a lot, because we know that nothing happens with these commissions of inquiry. We can look into the Zondo Commission. We know even some of the people that have been exposed in the Zondo Commission, they are still working with President Ramaphosa. So for him to come out to tell the nation that we are going to establish the commission of inquiry into all of these things that have been said by General Mkhwanazi, we knew that was the plan for the president to actually delay this matter and to make South Africans forget about this matter. You remember, this is exactly what the president said after General Mkhwanazi came out with those explosive.
I'm establishing a judicial commission of inquiry that will be chaired by Acting Deputy Chief Justice Mbuyisile Madlanga. Justice Madlanga will be assisted by Advocate Sesi Baloyi, Senior Counsel, and Advocate Sandile Khumalo, Senior Counsel. The Commission will investigate allegations relating to the infiltration of law enforcement, intelligence, and associated institutions within the criminal justice system by criminal syndicates. Among the allegations that the Commission may investigate are the facilitation of organized crime, suppression or manipulation of investigations, inducement into criminal actions by law enforcement leadership, commission of any other criminal offenses, and intimidation, victimization or targeted removal of whistleblowers or officials that are resisting criminal influence.
And guys, we knew from this moment that Ramaphosa wants to delay this thing. He wants to delay this thing, and it was sad to watch as a South African to see the president of the country actively protecting the people that have been accused of capturing the justice system. It was sad to actually watch. It was sad to watch. And when the news came out that The commission that was set to start on the 1st of September, it has been halted. I don't want to lie. I was not surprised. I was not surprised. I see the outrage. I see people talking and frustrated with this process and accusing the ANC of not wanting this thing to go forward because this thing potentially can expose some of the people in the higher echelons there in the government. I was not surprised that this thing has been halted. Not at all.
Of inquiry into scandals in the police, those allegations made by Mkhwanazi, the Mkhwanazi Commission of Inquiry announcing that it will not begin on the 1st of September.
So it's delayed?
It's delayed, Braden, because of infrastructure issues that the Justice Department...
I mean, guys, just infrastructure issues. These people, they had months to prepare for this thing. But now they are telling us about the lack of infrastructure. And that, no, we are experiencing some issues with the infrastructure, so this thing will have to be delayed. So the president said that the first 3 months, we're going to get the preliminary report, and in 6 months, we're going to get another report. And over 100 million rands has been allocated to this commission. But now we are learning that the same commission has been delayed. So the first 3 months that the president was supposedly talking about, no, it is no longer going to be the first 3 months. It is no longer going to be the first 3 months. So it is clear as day what is happening right here. It is clear. Even the blind can see what is happening here. They do not want this commission to start. They don't want people to go there and start exposing the rot in the South African police service and in the justice system. And it is sad because when you think about it, General Mkhwanazi did say that some of these people that have been exposed by that tax team, these are politicians in the government. These are the politicians in parliament. So this thing should not come as a surprise to you because there are people inside that are doing everything in their power to make sure that this thing does not go forward. Mkhwanazi already told us. He already told us that these syndicates, they have the people deep in the government. These people, these syndicates, they have the people deep in the parliament. So it was expected for this commission of inquiry to be delayed. It was expected. Man, the fact that General Mkhwanazi just put his life on the line just like that, and for things to happen this way, it is unbelievable, man. It is unbelievable, but after all, we are dealing with the ANC comrades. We are dealing with these people, and you can expect anything from the comrades. You can expect anything from the comrades. Then what now? What now? What is going to happen now? Because even the ANC is trying to pretend like they are not happy about the fact that this commission has been pushed back.
Delayed.
It's delayed, Braden, because of infrastructure issues that the Justice Department apparently has not secured on time.
So I guess Justice Madanga will be regretting this delay. So now they have no choice, he says, but to reschedule the starting date. And he says what is most regrettable is that a substantial portion of the 3-month period at the end of which the commission is expected to submit the interim report has gone by without the commission having had a single witness.
Yes. So obviously it's going to affect that 3-month deadline. We're not going to really get... If we do get anything, we should question it, of course.
And the people must not say this is incompetence. Guys, this is not incompetence. This thing was done deliberately. It is not incompetence. It is not incompetence. I see some people are saying that, yeah, these people are incompetent. Guys, it has nothing to do with the competency of these people. They understand what this commission might actually do to the ANC. And we are going to 2026 local government elections. And if this commission starts before 2026 local government elections, it is going to paint a nasty picture for the ANC. And the ANC, they don't want that. They don't want to go into the elections with their comrades being trialed on national television. And they don't want to do that because they understand the implications of this thing. So this thing has nothing to do with incompetence. This thing was done deliberately. It was their intention to delay this thing. It was their intention. I mean, like the president came with a soft response. What do you expect from the people below the president? If the president can come and say that we're going to set up a commission of inquiry. I mean, General Mkhwanazi was speaking about the things that he has learned in the intelligence. And the president is also getting the intelligence briefs. This is the reason why some of us said that there's absolutely no way that Ramaphosa is not aware of this information that General Mkhwanazi was coming with, because these people, they are getting their intelligence briefings. Both of them, they are getting their intelligence briefings. So when Ramaphosa said that he's coming back to the country, he's going to deal with this thing, what is it exactly what was he going to deal with? And I kept asking this question over and over again. I remember even that interview that we reacted to of Fikile Mbalula when he said that the president is coming back to deal with this matter. I kept asking, what is it that the president is going to deal with? Is he going to deal with General Mkhwanazi coming out with this information? Or is he actually going to deal with these things that have been said by General Mkhwanazi? Because these are two separate things. They are two separate things. But unfortunately, we don't have the journalists in this country. None of these journalists actually asked Fikile Mbalula, what is it exactly that the president is going to deal with? What is it? Is he going to try to sweep this thing under the rug? Or is he actually going to do something about this thing? And I'm sure the president said that, man, there's absolutely no way I can come out and say that I knew this information. Then I'm going to pretend like I am shocked. I'm going to pretend like I'm not the president of the country. I do not get any intelligence briefings. And all of these things that General Mkhwanazi is speaking about, they are foreign to me. I'm going to do that as President Ramaphosa.
I think, Justice Madlanga here, he's in this statement, he sounds very annoyed. Yeah. He says the department failed.
He is not annoyed. He is not annoyed. He's not annoyed. This guy was appointed by Ramaphosa to chair this commission. So I'm not going to fall for the trick that Justice Madlanga, suddenly he is annoyed with the fact that the commission has been delayed. This guy was appointed by Ramaphosa. I do not trust any appointees of Ramaphosa. I do not trust any appointees of Ramaphosa. They are there to do the bidding of the president. They are not there to save us as the nation, but they are there to do the bidding of Ramaphosa.
Madlanga here, he's in this statement, he sounds very annoyed. Yeah. He says the department failed. He's using words such as failed, and we all know how government hates to be told when it's failed. He's talking about that 3 months that they were given to actually give the final report or preliminary findings. They're supposed to also say whether or not people should be criminally charged, but they don't have infrastructure, vital infrastructure. The Justice Department has not procured that yet.
And he says, yeah, I mean, you're quite right. The message here is of disappointment.
He's very annoyed, yeah.
He says, this is not of the Commission's making. And then it says it's considered it best to fix the new date for the commencement of its hearings once everything that needs to be procured by the department is in place.
Guys, I refuse to believe that Justice Madlanga was annoyed. I refuse to believe that any of these people that are surrounding Ramaphosa are annoyed with this news that the commission has been delayed. So this is a statement that was released by the commission 2 days ago. So this statement says that, this is a statement by Justice Mbuyiseni Madlanga, chairperson of the Judicial Commission of Inquiry into Criminality, Political Interference and Corruption in the Criminal Justice System. The Judicial Commission of Inquiry into Criminality, Political Interference and Corruption in the Criminal Justice System regrets to announce that its hearings will not commence on the 1st of September 2025 due to delays in the procurement of vital infrastructure. In the media statement on the 20th of August 2025, the Commission stated that the Department of Justice and Constitutional Development was in the process of procuring the Commission's infrastructure requirements that were necessary for the Commission to commence its hearings. In the media statement, the Commission announced that its hearing would commence on the 1st of September 2025. It made this announcement based on unequivocal commitments made to it by the Department that the requirements would have been procured in time. Unfortunately, those commitments have not been met. As a result, it has since become clear that the Commission will not be able to start the hearing as scheduled. But for the lack of the requirement that the department has failed to procure, the Commission would otherwise have been ready to commence the hearings on the 1st of September 2025. Regrettably, the Commission is now left with no choice but to reschedule the starting date. What is most regrettable is that a substantial portion of the 3-month period at the end of which the Commission is expected to submit an interim report has gone by without the Commission hearing a single witness. This is not of the Commission's making. So this is a statement that was released by Justice Mbuyiseni Madlanga that it is not our fault. It is not our fault that we don't have the vital infrastructure that we were supposed to have right now. It is not our fault. So the ANC came out again with their justice minister and expressed their disappointment with the fact that they could not procure this infrastructure and pretended like we are fed up with these people that are incompetent. I mean, like, to these people, man, this is a joke. This is a joke. This is not a serious matter, man. This is not a serious matter. And obviously, they are trying to make South Africans forget about this thing. They don't want South Africans to cling to this thing because this thing actually has a potential of exposing a lot of people. And clearly, the comrades do not want to be exposed. So, the Justice Minister of the ANC, who was appointed by Ramaphosa, this is what she says.
I'm pleased to report that significant progress have been made in relation to both the Commission. Starting with the Commission, Madlanga Commission. The venue for the Commission has been confirmed and secured in terms of logistics, and this is in agreement with the Commission. It is Bridget Mabandla Justice College, a state-owned entity. We do not have to be utilizing private entity. This is the approach we've taken.
So what? Are we supposed to clap hands for that? Are we supposed to clap hands for the fact that, yeah, for now, you are not going to pay for the venue?
For both the commissions. On Friday, it was brought to my attention that the Madlanga Commission will not be able to start as envisaged for the 1st of September for their hearings. I immediately convened several meetings throughout the day of Friday, cancelled my diary, and together with some of the officials and brought them in to be able to try and see if there are issues that we needed to resolve and how we can ensure that the 1st of September is not compromised. It was evident towards the end of the day that we will not be able to practically do that because intervention would have meant that we violate PFMA and SEM processes that are in place. And therefore we had to concede that we'll have to allow the administration to be able to do their work. But here I must indicate that certain issues could have been avoided by the administrators in the department. And from the discussion with the Commission, it was indicated that for them to be able to share the work that they've been doing in terms of documents, they need a secure platform. For them to be able to submit a report which commissioners will have to go through.
I mean, guys, do you understand what this thing actually means? It means that the people that have been accused by General Ntantla Mkhwanazi, they have more time to get rid of the evidence. These people, they have more time to intimidate the witness. This is what it means. It's almost as if we're gonna delay this thing so that you guys can get rid of the evidence. You guys can get rid of the evidence and you can threaten these people that are going to speak at that commission. This is what it means. This is the danger of this thing being delayed. It gives these players more time to actually do things behind the scenes. And none of these people have actually came out to acknowledge that. And it's almost as if the comrades do not even appreciate that this is what is happening. So by the time this commission starts, can you just imagine the evidence, how much evidence would have been wiped out? By the time this commission starts, can you just imagine how many people would have been threatened? We are not going to get the same testimonies that we were supposed to get when this thing should have started on the 1st of September. We are not going to get the same testimonies. You can bet on that. You can bet on that. So the damage control has already been done. It has already been done, and you cannot be surprised. These are the comrades doing what the comrades do best. These are the comrades looking out for their fellow comrades.
And be able to prepare for so that they notify the first witness to testify in time. They would have needed to do that by Wednesday, which all those are not in place as the processes are being concluded today. And that meant that they will have to delay. So we have committed to them that as we committed that all the processes will be completed today, as I report that they are completed, and we have requested them to rework and announce their starting date of their announcement. Following all this, as I got notified on Friday, I immediately reported the situation to the head of state, the president, who was traveling back from TICAT, who immediately we agreed that I'll do a full report to him, which was done by Friday. On Friday, as I did the report, I had immediately put the DDG responsible for ICT, Mr. Jabu Tlatwayo, on immediate suspension, pending a full investigation and a disciplinary process. This is because of the failures and lapses on the system, and also not being able to do due diligence and ensuring that the commission starts on time.
I mean, like, as if these people have a history of holding people accountable. As if there's some history of accountability with these people. Yeah, we have put these people on suspension. Yeah, you are with us. You, the people, you are with us because we wanted this thing to start as soon as possible. This is a lie. This is a lie. This thing was orchestrated, man. You can see that this thing was orchestrated. This thing, it's almost as if it was written down like a movie. That this is what we're going to do.
With the report submitted, the president then communicated the request for them, or in the process, the president then delegated to the Minister of Justice and Constitutional Development powers to institute disciplinary proceedings against the Director General of the Department of Justice and Constitutional Development, Advocate Doc Mashabane, and this decision has been communicated to him this afternoon. We must, however, state that despite these challenges, the Mkhwanazi Commission has commenced with the preliminary work that includes interaction with their witnesses. We remain committed to ensuring that Commission begins its work without further delays and to strengthening the operational efficiencies of the department to prevent similar setbacks in the future.
Nah, I'm not buying it, man. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it at all. I'm not buying it. And there's a funny reaction that I saw. Guys, you remember when President Ramaphosa put Senzo Mkhunu on paid leave? And people were not happy with the fact that the president has decided to keep giving Senzo Mkhunu his salaries and the perks despite the fact that Senzo Mkhunu has been exposed. And one of the people that came out in the defense of President Ramaphosa was the former EFF Member of Parliament, Dr. Mkhwanazi Commission. Dr. Mkhwanazi Commission went on social media and upset South Africans by saying that in a democracy, in fact, in any just world, a president can't just find anybody guilty. It is correct for him to set up a judicial commission of inquiry with an actual judge and a strict time frame, 3 months and 6 months. This is proper. So Mkhwanazi Commission was showing South Africans his support for President Ramaphosa, and people were telling him that Mkhwanazi Commission, when did you become the praise singer of President Ramaphosa? When did you become the praise singer of Ramaphosa? Because Ramaphosa is going to disappoint you. And Mbuyiseni Ndlozi kept telling South Africans that no, you can go and argue with the wall because the President Ramaphosa right now, he's acting. The guy was doubling down and even telling South Africans that you can argue with the wall. Do not come and argue with me because I know that President Ramaphosa is an honorable president and you guys are just hating the president. So when the news came out that this commission has been delayed, Mbuyiseni Ndlozi went on social media and to take a jab at the same Ramaphosa that he was praising. I mean, like, this is a joke. This is a joke. Mbuyiseni Ndlozi goes on social media and he was reacting to this statement that we just read, this statement from the Mkhwanazi Commission that the commission will be delayed. So Mbuyiseni Ndlozi says that, how does Ramaphosa, in his sober mind, in his sober head, justify that his government cannot provide vital infrastructure for the commencement of an inquiry that he set up? This is either a direct sabotage or utter incompetence reminiscent of the circus that we all saw at UNISA gathering dubbed as the National Convention. It is clear to me that many in the government of national unity, including perhaps Ramaphosa himself, rather have Mkhwanazi first appear in the parliament as ad hoc committee populated by questionable characters with a direct conflict of interest as to some to the key subject of Mkhwanazi's testimony. They seek to poke holes using pure political theater on his testimony and create doubt in the minds of the public, dampen down his confidence. So that by the time he arrives in front of Mkhwanazi, he is not only doubtful of himself, but mostly society doubts his submissions and evidence. Interestingly, Mkhwanazi appeared in front of these characters before, and they deliberately chose to ignore him because they have always been a part of the internal functions maneuver within the leadership of South African Police Service. Very highly placed leaders in parliament within the government of national unity wants to dispense Mkhwanazi. Their ties are known with characters like Paul O'Sullivan, who has already expressed desire to destroy Mkhwanazi. All we want is the truth. But no truth can come out in front of a conflicted bunch. How much shame can we actually bear as the people? Or are we now in post-shame society where those who lead us no longer have capacity to feel the shame? Sis. So Mbuyiseni Ndlozi is not happy at all about everything that is happening right now. But then South Africans are reminding him that this is exactly what he said. This is what Mbuyiseni Ndlozi said about this whole thing. So he supports Ramaphosa. When Ramaphosa disappoints him, he goes on social media and he writes a long post criticizing the president and his administration for the lack of action. We told him that this is exactly what is going to happen. We told him that when Ramaphosa came out and announced the commission of inquiry, this was a delay tactic for these people. But Mbuyiseni Ndlozi, he told the South Africans that Ramaphosa has acted decisively, go argue with the wall. But this is what he told the South Africans. I mean, what is wrong with these people, man? I don't understand. What is wrong with the likes of Mbuyiseni Ndlozi? What is wrong with politicians, man? Because these people, they go out and they say that we want to represent the people of this country. But they fail to listen to the people of the country. Mbuyiseni Ndlozi was very arrogant, defending Ramaphosa. And people were pissed off to say that, Ramaphosa, how can you set up a commission of inquiry whereas you haven't done a thing about the Zondo Commission? There is no evidence of you acting on any recommendations of any commission. But you come out and tell us about the commission of inquiry. So we know that this is nothing but a waste of time because we have already had commissions before and people have not been held accountable. But Mbuyiseni Ndlozi kept doubling down. He kept telling South Africans that the president has acted decisively. And we as the people, we must go and argue with the wall. This is what we were told. But now he's making noise on social media, criticizing Ramaphosa. How can Ramaphosa allow these people to have a lack of infrastructure for the commission that he has set up himself? We told you that this is a delay tactic, Mbuyiseni Ndlozi. We told you. that this thing was nothing but a delay tactic. But because these politicians, they always know better. They know better than us. They are better than us. They are better thinkers than us. They can see things clearly than us. So now what are we supposed to say? What are we supposed to say? Mbuyiseni Ndlozi, he's on that side. He must remain on the side that he chose. He is not on the side of the people. He must remain on that side of Ramaphosa. History will judge Mbuyiseni Ndlozi with Ramaphosa himself. He cannot distance himself from Ramaphosa right now. Not after he told the South Africans to go and argue with the wall. This is so disappointing, man. This is so disappointing coming from the so-called intellectual political heads in this country. We have been told that these people are the political scientists. But you look at the things that these people say, you look at the predictions that these people make, they are always wrong. Always wrong. It is insane, man. It is insane. Guys, how do you think this thing is going to unravel? How do you think this thing is going to unravel? Because I think this thing has been delayed and it is going to they are going to destroy the evidence and the witnesses are going to be threatened. I think this is what it is. This is what it is. They want to destroy the credibility of General Ntata Mkhwanazi. How do you think this thing is going to unravel? Guys, please tell me what you think in the comment section. Don't forget to hit that like button and the most important part, subscribe. My name is Thomas Mabaso. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.